in the sports world, we like to throw around the phrase draft bust. And I don't like that term. I think it removes the accountability away from the organization. At the end of the day, you're drafting prospects and projects, and you're drafting kids, essentially. You know, I don't believe one bit that Johnny Manziel went from winning a Heisman and running Texas A&M the way he did to just forgetting how to play football when he got to Cleveland. You know, these organizations, you know, you have to take the time. You have to go through drills and stuff. You have to get these kids prepared for what it is. You have to show them how to break down film. You know, you gotta manage their egos and build their confidence. I mean, the first couple of years with Tua, I mean, he came out and told us, like, he had to deal with every day hearing that he sucked and hearing that he wasn't good enough. And I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Tua, but nobody deserves that. You know, like, you go from being on top of the world in college football, playing for, you know, like some of the top schools. You don't get recruited to these giant schools because you can't play. You know, like, I don't believe one bit that these athletes, whether it be basketball or baseball or football, like, you don't go from one level to the next and just forget how to do it. You know, these developments are the people that are in charge of, like, developing these players. Like, where are you guys whenever they start to fall off a little bit? You know, and then you also deal with the behind the scenes of some of the executives, or maybe some of the coaches didn't like the draft pick, so now they kind of take it out on the player rather than the person who made the decision to draft them. So I think we should be a little less harsh on the actual player when things don't go right, and start looking towards the organization and the coaches and the staff, because, like, at the end of the day, it's their responsibility to make sure that these athletes succeed at the highest level, you know?